Hello, beautiful souls. This is James. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful holiday. Today is going to be a shorter video, but on spirit guides and another perspective. This is something that came through a couple days ago, and it was a mind blow for me, at least. I found it super fascinating, and it made total sense after I was able to receive the information. And that was that I was introduced to a new spirit guide, or a spirit guide that's been around that I just have not connected with yet. And his name is Jesse. And Jesse began to tell me that he was a professor during the Great Depression. And I was like, oh, okay, Jesse, like, what am I here to learn? And Jesse said it was quite the opposite, that I'm actually here to learn from you. And I was like, well, how so? Well, Jesse lost his wife and his child, and immediately, like, I had tears down my eyes during the Great Depression because of the influenza, and they just had severe cases, and it turned into pneumonia, and they both had passed. And for Jesse, it was too overwhelming, and he ended up taking his own life. And I was like, oh gosh, and I could literally feel it in my body. And so I was like, well, what am I here to teach you? What are you here to learn from me? And so first Jesse had shared that and maybe guides isn't even the right word, because that's only the terminology that we're so accustomed to, that these energies are in our field to teach us something. But basically, there are different life lessons and experiences that Jesse was unable to move through, was unable to move into a higher awareness or an expanded understanding. And that as part of his curriculum, that there are certain things that he's able to learn from me. And the way he shared it is that from the fourth dimension, of course, time is different. And I've shared videos on this third, fourth, and fifth dimension and what it's like from a time perspective. And so the way they experience it, it's linear. But it's like watching a movie for us, where they're able to see the movie, and then they're able to speed it up or slow it down in a linear fashion, but they cannot change anything. And then they're able to watch it unfold. And for Jesse, the way Jesse explained it, is like looking into a cube, almost like if we were to look into the television. And he's able to then watch from when the life experience is introduced into my life, and then to see all of the different iterations of how I am moving through it, of how I experience it, of how I'm able to then process it in a different way or a unique way through my own blueprint. And so that's what Jesse is doing, and he does it for myself, and we have other energies that are in our field that are doing the same. So it's not that we don't just have guides that are able to show us different things or give us nudges when we're able to connect with them, but we also have apprentices or energies that are around us to learn for their own growth and expansion as they go and reincarnate and do different life experiences or whatever it might be for them, for their blueprint, for their own growth and evolution. And so I found that so interesting, because I had never thought of that before, that Jesse now is able to look at my, like, literally peek into the window of my life and experience, is able to almost even know where it's going to go based upon each moment. And so I don't want to confuse things with time, but the future always changes with each choice, with each step. But if the step and choice are in a certain, I will call them groove, the variations are not too dissimilar. It's almost like just slight variations on that trajectory, but that trajectory is still going in that specific direction. And so when you're looking into that window, you're able to see that, okay, this might have changed, but it didn't really change the course of the trajectory that's happening in the future. So Jesse's able to then see, based upon a certain life experience, to be able to see me, almost like the experience come into my field, how I handle it, how I'm process it through my ability to move it into more expanded awareness or not, and then have it leave my field, because it is like complete. And so that was like, phew, wow. I mean, it makes total sense, but I'd never really thought of it from that perspective, because we always hear about guides being the ones that are here to teach and help us in certain situations. But we are very much guides for other energies on the other side. And so I wanted to just put that into your field. I don't know if that's something you've ever heard before or thought of, but such a beautiful connection I have with Jesse now, and we're in. We have interesting dialogues with each other. He wants me to do a writing on the Great Depression, which I will at some point. But I wanted to share that with all of you, and I thought that was, just really beautiful to receive that information. So Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm sending you lots of love. I'm going to do a 2025 prediction and energy update here shortly, as well as a clearing as we go into the new year. And so look out for those videos. Okay, lots of love.